And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to Unlimited Freedom. This is Vaughn with Unlimited Freedom coming at you with a live breaking news broadcast. Okay, we're going to be talking about Invisible AI, the top dogs in the crypto space. Okay, we all know that Invisible AI has been the top dogs in the crypto space as of late, right? So I'm coming at you with a YouTube video, with a live broadcast because I just got done with the meeting. There was a live meeting with Invisible AI that I partook in, right? I was part of the meeting. It is a Zoom meeting, right? They had announced it earlier this morning, and I jumped on it. And I actually, I stayed on the meeting until he opened it up for questions and answers. Lee Dalton, CEO of Investable AI, was the one who conducted the meeting, opened it up for questions and answers. And at that point, what happened is somebody started to ask a stupid question about their little person their little personal issue. It's like a CEO, he's talking to the whole company, he's announcing huge changes. So somebody decides to ask a question about their little deposit, right? Where something went wrong in their deposit. It's like, come on, man. Just go, put in a support ticket. You're gonna stop the whole meeting to talk to the CEO, right? To talk to the head guy to ask him about your little $200 or whatever it is. Come on. I mean, unbelievable the lack, right? The total lack of protocol, right? I mean, just the total lack of accountability, the total lack of responsibility, right? And it's like unbelievably selfish to stop an entire meeting to talk to the CEO who made an important announcement. He's opening up questions, and you're going to stop the whole meeting so you can ask about your little deposit? Come on, are you kidding me? I mean, this is the type of people that we have today in this day and age. People are so selfish, so self-centered that they can't think of anybody but themselves and their own little personal issue. So I got off at that point. I was like, okay, if this is gonna if this is gonna like digress into some stupid thing where you're going and asking the CEO about something that you should be writing a support ticket for, right? Something that you should be asking the support desk for. Okay, I'm out at that point. Anyway, little tangent, but I mean, it needs to be said, guys. I mean, right? What are people thinking? Really, what are people thinking? I mean, just the how inconsiderate can you possibly be? So here we've got Invisible AI. This is the call, and this is going to be going over what was said in the call and the changes. Right, that are being made at Invisible AI. So this is the Invisible AI call. This is a breaking news broadcast. Invisible AI call changes that are going to be made by Invisible AI. So, one of the first things that Lee Dalton, CEO of Invisible AI, spoke about was instead of the constant nonstop promos, okay, they're going to be moving to some sort of incentives, right, for their for I guess for their higher up marketers, right? So they're going to incentivize people to build teams and things of that nature. Your kind of typical multi-level marketing stuff, right? When somebody builds a big team, they get incentives for doing so, right? And so they're going to want to put. I don't know what those are going to look like. There was no mention of exactly what those are going to look like. There was mentions. There was no mention of like, some companies for incentives they do cars. Other companies do like trips. Fine jewelry like watches and things like that. So we don't know exactly what kind of incentives they're going to be putting in. Now we do know that. There is going to be a withdrawal limit instituted. Okay, a withdrawal limit instituted of 15K per person per day. Okay, so there's going to be a withdrawal limit from this point moving forward until They say it might change at the end of October, but I'm not really expecting anything to change. If it does, that's fine. But I think that these changes are being implemented in an attempt, right, in an attempt to give longevity and sustainability to the platform. It seems like they're wanting to last, right? They don't want to be one of these platforms that comes out and it's around for 90 days and then all of a sudden it's gone, right? It's out the door. So they want to give incentive for it to actually last. And so part of doing that is that they're going to limit these withdrawals to 15K per person per day. Okay, so if you're out there withdrawing 50K, 60K, whatever, 100K, that's not going to be that's not going to be what it is. Okay, and then so it's going to be 15K per person per day, right? So that's the kind of the first major thing that was announced. Of course, the instead of so they're going to stop doing the promos, right? We had the promos going with them, just one promo would end and then they would elongate it. Another promo would end and then they would elongate that, and so they're wanting to get to a point where they stop doing the promos altogether, and that I think that's a good thing, right? I mean, you don't want to just confuse people with ongoing promos that never end. So I don't have a problem with that. I really don't have a problem with any of these changes, but some of these changes are going to be I mean, we'll just have to see how people respond to it. What I can say is that anybody who has been involved with Invisible AI prior to these changes being made are going to be grandfathered in for their percentages per day according to the length of their current plan, right? So the current plan that they're on, they're going to get the percentages per day according to the length of the current plan, and then it's going to go to the new conditions. Okay, withdrawal limit 15K per person per day. Okay, now Lee talked about adjusting along with market conditions. Okay, adjusting along with market conditions, right? And so, as a forex trader, as somebody who's in crypto, as somebody who does trading, it's been a rough few days in the market, right? It's been a rough couple of days. I mean, yesterday in particular was it was just like nobody should be trading at all yesterday. I mean, just the way that the market was, right? I mean, it was haphazard. It wasn't normalizing. It wasn't stable. And if somebody traded yesterday, they definitely probably you probably had some things that they do is they try to double up to get the losses back. So like if an AI trader like trades $2 and loses, it'll double to 4, and then it'll go up to 16, and it'll go up to 30, and then it'll go up to 64, 300, 2,000, right, 10,000, and it just starts going up into these high numbers. And if it loses, that's how an AI auto trader can blow a trading account. Okay, so he talked about adjusting along with market conditions. And so, really, what that boils down to is, you know, just tightening the belt a little bit, right? The Facebook group has been removed. Okay. So, this might be the beginning of the end for social media when it comes to Invisible AI. We'll just have to see what they decide to do. Okay. Facebook group has been removed. And I don't know if they're going to put in a new Facebook group or not, but they just got rid of it. You know, Probably because of people, spreading rumors, probably because of people crying, probably because of people complaining, probably because of 50 million people saying, "Is this a Ponzi? Is this a Ponzi? Is this a Ponzi? Is this a Ponzi?" Oh, hey, original question, right? Great, great, good job. Here's a diploma for how smart you are. Oh, is this a Ponzi scheme? What are you doing in the Facebook group? Why are you even here? Like, go somewhere with that. Like, are you kidding me? So yeah, so the Facebook group got removed, right? Probably too many stupid comments or something like that, and the Facebook group ended up getting removed. So no more Facebook group. Telegram groups are being removed, right? So they're going to put together a new Telegram group, and it's going to be one of those new Telegram groups where probably nobody can say anything, right? It's going to be one of those groups where the only people who can say something is the admins, right? And so that's, we've seen this happen a ton of times in this space before. I mean, ton of platforms already do this with the Telegram groups. They don't, nobody really lets free flowing conversation go in the Telegram because it just turns into, you got people in there who's trying to scam other people. You got people in there who's trying to fish. You got people in there who's trying to get people's information. You got hackers going into the Telegram group. And then you got the plethora of people, right? The thousands upon thousands upon thousands. Where do they come from? My God, where do they come from? People who say, is it a Ponzi? Hey, is this a Ponzi? Hey, I know a word. Ponzi. Is it a Ponzi? I'm going to go in your Telegram group. Is this Ponzi? Oh, yeah. Great. Great. Kudos to you, right? You Ponzi people out there. I mean, my God. I mean, one thing that the internet has done, it has really brought out the morons of the world, right, into into the ability to go and crash a Telegram group or crash a Facebook. Is this a Ponzi? Uh, I know a word, Ponzi. Right? Yeah, you ever heard of Bernie Madoff? Yeah, I watched that Netflix special about a Ponzi. Is that what this is? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's a Ponzi. All right, go away. Get on somewhere. Right? You're a Ponzi. Okay, the world is a Ponzi. The universe is a Ponzi, right? You got all these galaxies and everything. It's just one big Ponzi scheme, right? It's one big Ponzi scheme. God and the angels and the humans and the animals. It's a big pyramid scheme with the Lord sitting right up there at the top. It's a scheme, right? It's a pyramid scheme. With the whole creation, right? All of creation. Just one big pyramid Ponzi scheme. Yeah. So the Telegram groups have been removed. The Facebook group has been removed. A new Telegram group is being put in place, which most likely the new Telegram group is just going to be something where the admins are allowed to speak and nobody else is allowed to speak. Right? The admins are going to talk. Nobody else is going to be able to talk. Right? That's how it goes, guys. That's how it goes. All right. And for anybody who missed it, the first part is they're going to be introducing incentives, right? Incentives usually means trips, usually means like a car, right? If you do really super good, you get a car, right? Or like a nice watch, right? You got a Rolex for our diamond, sapphire, emerald, ruby. Let's think of all the gem names. They're diamond, ruby, emerald. Whatever. Let's throw some other woo woo stupid crap in there. How about Gemini, Aquarius, right? Let's start using those, right? Yeah, the Gemini team, right? The Aquarius, and you get a car, a nice shiny new car. Yay! Aren't you happy you made all those sales? Here's a new car. Okay, so we're gonna have the incentives, right? Which I guess you can see how I feel about that. I'm not big on incentives. I mean, personally, I want to make money, right? I want to do my thing. I want to be able to participate, right? But I don't need you to give me a trip. I don't need a trip. I don't need a car. I don't need a watch, right? I'll take care of all that stuff on my own. Thank you very much. But there are some people in this world. Yeah, yeah. You know what kind? There's some people in this world who they they like that. Like they will work harder for a free car than they will for $10 million. You could get $10 million worth of work for a free car. There are people who will do that. Recognition, my friends, recognition. Children cry for it, grown men die for it. Recognition. That's the engine that fuels the fuel of these over emotional, Hulk like MLM members who join the cult, get all dump and emotional, and they want that car, baby. They want that free car. Gotta have that car. I'll do anything for the car, the free car, the Rolex watch, right? The trip, right? Trip to Dubai. Oh yeah. You would rather get that than have 100, 200, 500 million dollars. This this is the type of people that we're dealing with here. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we are living we are living in dark, dark times. Very dark times, right? People got it twisted. People got it twisted. Okay, so anyway, so that's the first thing. They're going to be doing incentives. So remember that word, incentives. Now they're also going to do a withdrawal limit, right? 15K per person per day. Okay? That means, if you're out there withdrawing 30 or 60 or 100K, you ain't going to be able to do that. Okay? 15K per person per day. Okay? Personally, I don't have a problem with that at all. I mean, that sounds reasonable. Now, the whole thing about adjusting with market conditions, well, what that tells me is somebody's, the trading bot like it went off the cliff on the martingale strategy, or you just had a couple of traders, lose some money, right? I mean, that it happens, right? It happens. All right, guys, bringing it to you as soon as it drops here at the Unlimited Freedom Network. Okay, Facebook group has been removed. Telegram group's removed. New Telegram group is being put in place, right? Probably where the admins are going to focus on that. Bonuses are going directly to the balance. Okay, you can either withdraw or reinvest. Okay, now that was a very quick, sly way to say that, but the idea of reinvesting, that to me now, please don't get me wrong. I mean, every time I make a video like this, they say, "Oh, he's spreading FUD." I'm not trying to spread any FUD. I'm not saying anything bad about Invisible AI. I love Invisible AI. I'm very happy with Invisible AI. I still think Invisible AI is great. I think Lee Dalton is great. I think the whole thing is great, right? But that reinvest button has been the death of more platforms than just about anything else, right? Because it's like, okay, so we don't want to we don't want to pay you out, or we can't, right? We can't pay all these people out, so why don't you reinvest? Hey, reinvest, right? And then the platform really ends up getting killed because you got a bunch of people compounding now, right? They're compounding up into kingdom come, and now they're trying to pull that out, and then the platform really goes belly up when that happens. Okay, so they didn't really, they didn't really hit on the whole reinvest idea too hard, but it was said. Okay, it was said. Bonuses go directly into balance for you to either withdraw or reinvest. Plans are going to be streamlined. Now, I think this needed to happen just because Invisible AI has so many different plans. Okay, but they're going to tighten the belt. All right, I think we all knew that there was going to be some kind of belt tightening going on. So they're going to tighten the belt, and then they're going to streamline the plans down to now all the plans are going to change to 25 business days, right? 25 working days, 25 business days, right? So, unexempt, let me get to your chat. Hello, welcome. What I would do is, if you have not joined my private Telegram group, go ahead and join that because there's some private opportunities there where you can learn about stuff like that. But you got to join my private Telegram group, link in the description. Okay. They're going to put out incentives. They're going to do a withdrawal limit of 15K per person per day. They're going to be adjusting with the market conditions. Facebook group has been removed, right? Telegram groups have been removed, right? A new Telegram group is being put in place. And bonuses are going to go directly to your balance. You can either withdraw or reinvest. And now we're going to streamline the plans. Okay, 25 business days, 25 working days. The $500 plan, 1% a day. Okay, these are the changes, guys. So pay attention whether you're watching this live now or whether you're watching the replay of this. And I'll put this in the chat. So the $500 plan is going to be 1% per day. The $3,000 plan, right, is also going to be 1% per day. Remember, they're 25 business days. The $6,000 plan, right, a 6K plan, is going to be 1.5% per day. And then there's the 9K plan, 9K and above. So 9,000 and above is going to be 2% per day. Okay. 25 business days. So you've got and those are the new numbers, right? So whatever they had before, those of us who are still grandfathered into those old plans, we will still get those. We will still get those plans. We'll still get the percentages that we have been getting. But then the new plans are going to move to 25 business days, working days. It's going to be $500 plan, 1% a day, 3K plan, 1% a day, 6K plan, 1.5% a day, 9K plans, 2% per day. All right. So that's what's going to be going on moving forward. Right now, I know that a lot of us have more than 9K in there. And so, you probably will continue to get that 2% per day. But this is the change, and here's some of the reasons why, right? According to Lee Dalton, the CEO of Invesible AI. So the name packages is going to be changed to plans, right? And it's just one of those words, guys. You gotta change the words because we live in a society that is so ridiculous, so lost. You have to say certain words to keep yourself out of trouble from the blood-sucking governments and the blood-sucking lawyers. You gotta watch the words you even say in the day and the hour that we are now living in. It's a different world, my friends. It's a different world than it was when I was growing up, right? Much more controlling, much, much more scary. So, that boils down to is you can't say packages anymore, you have to call them plans, right? Where the secret police will come busting through your windows, right? Take you away. Unbelievable. So you cannot say the word packages, they're gonna have to call them plans. So now they're gonna be called plans, okay? There you go. G Status 2. What's going on, G Status 2? The InfoWise platform, does it have other plans? I know you picked the 10-day plan. Uh Eh, man, I mean, that thing just came out today. I literally just joined that today. But let me check. Let me see if I can look for you real quick. Well, I mean, I had to have just joined it today because it actually just came out today. I mean, this is day one or day zero or whatever you want to call it. This is ground zero for InfoWise. Mhm. Excuse me. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna go to let's see, deposit. Yeah, it's only one plan, right? It's 17.2% a day for 10 days. That's it. It's only one plan, right? You can start with as low as $10, and I think you can go up as high as $50,000. So yeah, there's not more than one plan with that. Tofu. Just want to say thank you for addition to the course. Gary, hello Gary. How you doing? You love it, Gary. Right? You love it. That's why you're here, Gary. That's why you're here. Right? That's why you're here. You want to see me lose my mind, Gary. That's why you come. If I didn't lose my mind, right? You wouldn't be here. So Gary's saying, normally I would tell you to get off the drugs, but in your case, Vaughn, get on them, right? Take a pill. Yeah, take a pill. That's what I need, Gary, right? A pill. That's the answer. It's not just that we have cameras watching us everywhere that we go. Oh, no, it's not that. It's not the fact that we have to watch what we say because they might come in and take us away. Oh, no, it's not that. It's not the fact that they're running all of these companies out of the United States because they're too difficult to work here, too much red tape, or they're dragging them into court. They're shutting down. It's not that, Gary. You know what it is? I need a pill, Gary. How about an antidepressant? Right? How about an antidepressant? How about that? Right? That's the next thing. Let's all take pills, right? Let's take the pills so we can't see, we can't hear, we can't think, we can't see what they're doing. That's the answer, Gary, right? That's the answer. Thank you. My God, man, you solved the problem. You have solved the problem of the world, Gary. Open your eyes, man. Take a look at what's going on. Or perhaps you're more happy living life with your eyes closed. Maybe that's more comfortable for you, right? No, but thank you. Thanks for the comment. Yeah, thank you for that. All right. So the name packages is going to be changed to plans. All right. And the 1% daily is fine with me if it's sustainable for the long term. Right now, normally, and what I've showed you guys, what we've talked about on here, time and time again on my live Q&A on Fridays, right? Every Friday during the live Q&A, we talk about different strategies to use in this space, right? And one of those strategies is that you have to understand that some platforms are around for a day, right? Some platforms are around for a week, if that. Some platforms never even pay out, right? There's all kinds of different platforms, right? The good ones last a couple of months, right? If you last 90 days and you've paid out large sums of money the way that Invisible AI has, then you're doing really, really well, right? But at some point, the money that's going out is going to overtake the money that's coming in or the money that's being traded or the money that's being made right through the exchange. And when that happens, it's just basic math. You can't afford to pay all the people who are demanding, withdrawals. And so at that point, usually the business fails. That's what usually happens in general, right? In general. Now, I know we've had some outliers who've lasted 6 months, 8 months. Vortic United almost just lasted a year. But that's gone, right? Yeah, I know that they're gonna say they're not gone, but it's pretty much gone, right? And Novatech, right? They lasted like almost 4 years, right? So it's all good to tighten the belt, right? It's all good to try to, I mean, you've had a lot of growth. I mean, they've had over 14,000 people, I believe, have joined Invisible AI in a very, very short time. So an explosion of money, right? It's made a lot of people, a lot of money, right? It's done really well. But the question is, how do they make it sustainable, right? And that's the question that Lee Dalton was wrestling with. So, what that tells me is that he's interested in this company being something more long term, right? Now, that's cool. I think that's great. I think that's honorable, right? So, personally, I don't have a problem. I mean, look, 1% a day, guys, that's 5% a week, right? If it's 1% a day during business days, that's 5% a week. That is very, very good. That's good return. That's good ROI, especially if it stays consistent and if it keeps going over a lot of time. We talk about a year, talk about 2 years, 3 years. I mean, if it were to go for that long, 1% a day is phenomenal, right? And so, to sum it up, right, this is the actions of a company that wants to be around more long term, has had some very good success, right? And can we just be real for a second here? Can I just be real with you for a minute? They could have just rug pulled, right? They don't have to make any of these changes. I mean, they could have just gave one more big push, right? One more big promotion, right? Took in a lot more money and then just 404, right? Site unavailable, right? Lee Dalton nowhere to be found, right? They could have done that. Right. I mean, that's what platforms do in the space, right? I mean, can we just keep it 1,000, right? Can we keep it 100,000 for a minute? That's what platforms do, right? They could have gave one more big push, sucked in a lot of money, said, "Hey, we're having some trouble with the withdrawals, so just give us, do like Vortic United is saying, oh, we're working out the bugs. We're working out the bugs. Give us a couple of months, right? We'll get it to you. Don't worry. Here's some new plans, right? Here's some new plans you can buy." Right? We'll get the withdrawals fixed, but for now, put some more money in. Yeah. Even though you can't get it out, go ahead and put some more in. They could have done that, but they're not doing that. So this guy is coming out, coming in front of everybody. He's talking to everybody, and he's saying, "Hey, here's the situation. We have got to implement some changes, or the platform's not going to last." Boom. He just laid it out there, right? Laid it out there for everybody, right? On the Zoom call. Just laid it out. He said, "That's what it is, guys. That's the truth, right?" So are you with me, right? Or not? Are you with me or not? I mean, this is what it is. We're gonna have to make these changes, or else the platform ain't gonna last. Well, yeah. But see, guys, most of the time the platform doesn't do that. CEO doesn't do that. The platform just slow pay, goes away, exit strategy, real nice and slow, nice and easy, drags it out over a couple of months, and then poof, they're gone. And they got the money, right? Or what was left of it. And Invisible AI could have done that, right? Probably nobody would have faulted them if they did that, right? At least not anybody in the space, because we all understand how this space works, right? We're not new to this. You know what I mean? It's not like this is our first rodeo, right? But no, he wants to make it work. And so he was very forthright. He was he was just saying, "Hey, this is what it is. We got to make some changes." Once again, guys, here's the changes. So they're, instead of all these promos, right, they're going to start to do incentives, right? Sales incentives. Not my cup of tea, but hey, to each his own, right? Withdrawal limit 15K per person per day. I think that's fine, right? I don't see why somebody would need to withdraw more than 15,000 a day, right? Maybe I'm thinking too small, but 15K a day per person per day. That sounds fine. I mean, that's 15,000 one day. Now you're up to 30,000 next day. Then next day you're at 45,000, right? And you can just goes on 60,000, right? I mean, it just right. So within a week, you've withdrawn like what, $75,000. Adjusting along with market conditions. That is just a little nod to the traders out there, myself included. The market conditions have been kind of rough for about 1 week. Right? So it's not like it hasn't been too crazy, but it's been weird. It's been weird. Facebook group has been removed. Okay, probably just getting sick and tired of hearing the question: "Is that a Ponzi?" 50,000 times. Is that a Ponzi? Yeah, let me just. Yeah, it is. Yep, I'm stealing your money. And if you wouldn't have asked the question, you never would have known, hey, you got me, you figured it out, right? You did it. You're the only one who asked, right? I mean, yeah, that's what happens, right? In these groups, you got idiots who come on there and then droves of them. Is this a Ponzi? Is this a pyramid scheme? Is this an MLM? Oh no! Oh no! Is this an MLM? Oh my God! Ah! I'm melting. I'm melting. It's an MLM. Ah! So the Facebook group has been removed, right? The Telegram groups have been removed, right? No, no. Let me tell you something that's funny for me here. So he removed the Facebook group, right? Probably because of all the stupid questions. He removed the Telegram group, probably because of all the stupid questions. And what happens at the end of this? This guy's been up all night. He hasn't gotten a wink of sleep, right? He's been up all night worrying about this meeting where he was going to talk to us about this. So finally, he gets to the end of his talk and he opens it up for questions. This, this lady, she asks him about an issue that her friend is having with like a small deposit. The CEO. This is what she decides to ask. I mean, the short-sightedness is I don't know whether to laugh or cry. The selfishness, the short-sightedness, the inconsideration of anybody else. It's all about you, sweetheart, right? It's all about your friend. Yep. That's what this whole thing is about. Your $200. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. I mean, my God, what is happening to people? I mean, what are we all, yeah, Gary wants me to take a pill. Hey, Gary, maybe they're putting the pills in the tap water. Maybe it's already in there, right? We're all drinking it. So the Facebook group has been removed. Telegram group has been removed. New Telegram group is being put in place. Bonuses go directly to balance. You can withdraw or reinvest. Oh, you know, don't say it. Don't even say that word. Because you guys know when platforms start talking about reinvesting, you know what that means, right? It means they're saying, don't make a withdrawal. Please reinvest, please. So, but they didn't make a big thing of it. They just said, okay, look, bonuses go directly to balance. You can either withdraw it or reinvest, right? Ugh. Plans to be streamlined. Here's the new plans. They're going to go for 25 business days. Those are working days. That's 5 days a week. Okay. The $500 plan, 1% a day. The 3K plan, 1% a day. The 6K plan, 1.5% a day. The 9K plans, 2% a day. Right. And they're also moving to automatic withdrawals. Right. I don't know if I touched on that yet, but moving to automatic withdrawals. Okay. I mean, that is the actual exit of Vortic United. That's literally what they're saying, as they take a bow, right? They said we're fixing the withdrawals, guys. We're streamlining, we're moving it to auto withdrawal. Okay, but we'll be back. We'll be back. Auto withdrawal. Just give us a couple of months. And they're out of there, right? They're out of there. So yeah, moving to auto withdrawal. Okay. Hope it works out. All right. Now, if it were me, I would say that this last week or so has just been a hellish week in the markets, right? And there are probably some losses going on, right? And then that's why it's like, okay, how are we going to make this go long term, right? How are we going to make this thing last, right? We can't. It's fine as long as we're having good profitable days in the market, but a couple of bad loss days, we weren't really counting on that maybe, or didn't really take that into full consideration. The name packages will be changed to plans, right? Because we don't want to get the powers that be. We don't want to get their panties in a bunch. Because you know what happens when we get their panties in a bunch? They got these things that they made called prisons, right? And they put us there like animals in a zoo, right? Heck, animals in a zoo have it better, right? They give us this processed garbage to eat, and we become wards of the state until we just wither away and die, or we finally do our time and they let us out with you know, a shell of who we were, right? Why? Because you said the wrong word. Welcome to the US, right? Welcome to the Western civilization. You said the wrong word, okay? Now put your hands behind your back, okay? You got anything sharp in your pockets, right? Anything gonna hurt me in your pockets? No, 1% a day. You're still here though. See, that's the thing. You're still here, right? And that says it all. That says it all. Right? If I were boring, right? If I were just drabbling on, stupid, boring, monotone, right? You wouldn't be here. You would have clicked off a long time ago. You're here. You're here because this is what you love this, Gary. You love it, right? Just admit it, Gary. Just admit it. Hello, Ingram Taylor. Welcome to the chat. Glad to have you here. We're talking about a little bit invisible AI tonight, right? So the name packages are going to be changed to plans. Can't say packages, so you can't say packages. Watch out, watch out. Here's another word I can't say. What words can I say? What can I say? Right? And 1% daily. Yeah, so look, 1% daily is good if it's sustainable. I mean, if they can sustain it out, if they can make the platform last longer, I am all for it, right? I'm all for it. Well, that's the update, guys. That's what's going on in Invisible AI. We'll see you on the next one.